All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Nick Larson. Today is November 22nd, 2019. It's a Friday. I just got back from a work trip. I'm feeling pretty good. And now I want to get back to finishing the project that we were working on last week, or maybe the week before. I don't really remember, honestly. It is the Othello game. And we had a Blazor app implementation of it. I just want to wrap up the actual implementation. I want to see if we can get it as like a static website. And if we can get it as a static website, I want to see about getting it on my website and then writing a blog post. And that's it. And then, casually sending it over to C# Fritz and seeing if he wants to tweet about it. Anyway, let's get started. What were we working on? Oh, this thing. Open recent. Monte Carlo tree search. I do not want to save this. Okay. Let's fire it up. ls cd space source. ls cd space, no, this is it, .net run p othello blazor. P means project. Okay, let's see if it works. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I forgot where this is, like what state it's in. Localhost. Your connection is not private. That's fine, whatever. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I added a scoreboard. It has the thing right here. It's really, really light. I think I might want to darken this up a bit because even as I like move my eyes, the red and the blue are playing tricks on my eyes, and like everywhere I look, I see 4 gray dots. Like if I look at the red and the blue in the middle and then I look to the side, the dots like follow it, but they're gray. It's really weird. They like flash. But anyway, yeah, so as you play, it shows you the score now, which I think is cool. Oh, that's interesting. It didn't want to take that. Now it did. This is the problem with making games. You end up just playing them. I think that's the right move. I know it wants me to play here, because then if it can get this one, it can force the corner. Like, that is one thing that I have learned from playing this thing so far. And that's really nasty too. I know I want to keep taking. Okay. Oh, that's bad. I just gave up a corner. Yikes. Can I save it? I don't think so. Although I'm 35 to 19 at the moment, I feel like I am definitely losing. If I play here, he immediately takes the corner and he'll grab this entire wall and this entire... Oh, he's going to win the whole thing because he'll grab all the walls. or it will grab all the walls, I should say. If I play here, same situation, only it's this one and then an immediate taking of two really large walls, which is awful. If I play here, it's an immediate take, take, take. And so I think this is the only one. Well, no, I could play here. If I play here and it takes the corner, same situation. So I think that's the only choice. And then it's my turn again. That's awful. Ugh. I lost. I just lost all the walls. Wow, that's frustrating. That is extremely frustrating. Maybe this one? Because it keeps me from playing here. Right? I take red, red, red. Oh, I am about to get run over. Maybe I want to just play here. Give up this. The only real move I'll have, I could give up that. Let's go with that one. And then this one. Yikes. Ouch. Okay. Anyway, you see that it now has a score, and then it also shows who won the game. And maybe we ought to add a button so that you can refresh it. And maybe we ought to make it so that whoever wins the game, it ends up being their color. Like if I had one, it would still be blue, I believe. And then after that, I feel like it's pretty good. Then we just need to figure out if we can compile this to some sort of static thing. And maybe we put it on home instead of Othello. Maybe we just get rid of home and call it Othello. Yeah, let's do that. Home. Let's just put it right there on home. Okay. Or do you want some information on home? This is a demo. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it like that. Okay. Close, close, close. It's in main layout, index. All right. All right. Blazor app, Othello demo. Sure. C. Yeah, just kill it. That's what I want. I just want you to kill it. Actually, that's what I want. Terminal. C. There we go. Okay. Okay. P. All right. This project started as an exploration into href equals title equals don't you have to have a title for accessibility? Monte Carlo tree search. It has since, all right. Once completed, there was a need to play against it, and a web interface was selected. We decided to use Blazor so that we could keep the core logic written in C# and still produce a single page app that runs fully in the browser. Oh wait, that was the other thing we were going to do. I should turn this back on. The other thing that we were going to do is reload. The other thing was we were going to have it, like, when it's the human's turn, sort of highlight the ones that it thinks are the best and which ones it thinks are the worst. With the idea being that, like, it would shade the cell a certain color. With the idea being that you would sort of get an idea about how, like, it was as a learning mechanism, and then there was going to be a little thing here to turn it on and off. So maybe that's what we should do. Let's go ahead and do that. What if we go to home? Oh, I didn't save it? Save. /P. P. Please enjoy the game, and hopefully you'll learn something as well. If you have any feedback, please feel free to reach out to me at me on Twitter href equals https:// twitter.com/fody /a/p. Okay. Let's get that Monte Carlo tree search link going, and then I can forget about this page. Carlo tree search, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Okay. Let's take a look at whether or not. What do you mean? I mean, I saved it this time, so I feel like it ought to refresh. Maybe if I go to a different page. I don't get it. Maybe you just have to kill it each time and then rerun it. Okay. Refresh. Hey, all right, there we go. We got a little bit of something on here. Inspect. What if we go all the way up and we make the text bigger? Font size 1.5, 1.3. Okay, I like that. Probably not going to let me change that, are you? Font size 1.3 REM. That's not going to update either. Hey, it did. What's up? Although it changed the size of this as well. So that's not super cool. No, okay. It overrode it. Okay. All right, perfect. 1.3 now seems kind of big. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay. So now what we need is a way to get the values out. That's going to be in Monte Carlo tree search. And we're going to need a way, when you tell it to search, we did this one. Okay. Monte Carlo tree search. When it's all done, basically what we want to do is during this, when it's printing out right here to the console, maybe that's not what we want to do. Maybe instead we want to actually output it and have the caller capture it. Which I don't think would be that difficult. I think the way we do this is we have a dictionary on the output. Yeah, I guess yeah, we just have a dictionary on the output that just says something like dictionary of what, string to double. Estimates equals new, and then for each successor we want the pure Monte Carlo score. Wins divided by simulation counts. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Okay. Then we just say estimates of successor dot describe last move, or really I just want dot add successor dot describe last move to stats dot pure Monte Carlo score. Like that. And then I want to return iDictionary string double. And then down here I want to return next move estimates. Okay, that takes care of getting the information out and then letting the thing decide. Right, so this would be if I had a Monte Carlo. All right, now I want to go to the player. I want to go to the Monte Carlo tree search player. And then this thing has, okay, var action, selected action, and action values, return selected action, and then this one is going to be, oh, I guess I could just return the stats. And then in here, we can just throw the stats directly. Okay, yeah, I like this better. State stats. Is that private? That is private, isn't it? Yeah, that's private. Which means I guess we gotta make it public. And then here we're just going to put stats. And state stats. Okay. Now in here we can say for each var successor stats in action stats I just want it to be successor. What is this complaining about? Oh, yeah, using system. Okay. Oh, current simulations. Whew. I guess we're just going to return one more thing. Current simulations? Just going to have it be a long. Of current simulations. Okay. Simulations count. Total simulations. Okay. That's how we will print those out. And then now in our actual web page, Othello game, where we go to play, currently we have a player And then I think what we're going to do is we're just going to call it directly instead. We're going to say const int milliseconds per move equals 1000. And then where we have AI, great. It's probably AI move, human move. Okay, so it's no longer AI. It's MCTS dot Monte Carlo tree search dot search. And then it's not next, it's next estimates and total simulations. And then we say pre-render of next. Pre-render. What does pre-render do? Determines if the game is over. Shows the winner. Updates the cells. I think maybe what we want to do is make it so that it just shows the values. Like in a sidebar or something. How would I put estimates as like a thing that can be used? Estimate is a string. Estimate is a string. Why is this complaining? Othello does not contain a definition for deconstruct. Oh, wait, search. Was that the problem? It's not super clear to me why this is being all crazy. Oh, I see. It's because next is an Othello. Is it because I haven't built it? It must be because of that. .NET build. Oh, there we go. Othello game.razor 103.90 cannot convert from argument 2. Oh, yeah. Got it. That's right. And this needs to be milliseconds per move. Are you better now? Yes, you're better now. You're just complaining. Okay, so we have the estimates and the total number of simulations. Let's set up the estimates as just like an array. Yeah, I guess. Do I need a class here to store the information? Because basically what I want to do now is I've got this whole box I want to put on the right. Basically. Let's go div class float rate, and then this I don't actually need anymore. And then we can close this. And then I want div, and this one is going to be like ID estimates, I guess, whatever, it doesn't matter. /div. And then here, I basically want to show all of the available moves and their score. And I am just going to assume that that is a dictionary. Yep. Dictionary string double. Seriously? I'm just gonna let you complain. Of AI values. That's weird. I don't know what's going on there. Did I spell it wrong? Weird. Okay, and then we're gonna say how did I do this? I said cells. Alright, so I don't actually reference cell directly anywhere up here. Instead, you have functions that look at it. Equals new dictionary string double. Yeah. And then we're going to have for each var move score in AI values. We're going to have, I get that maybe this for each isn't really a thing. Let's do a razor for each. Razor page for each Yeah, okay, it's there. These are pages. Yeah, all right. I mean, it works. We just want, probably want like a UL here. And then we can do an LI. And we can do a EM move /EM colon at move at score /LI. Have I done something? I can't tell if this is right or wrong. I don't know if it thinks it's like in the logic here or like what. Maybe I need to put that on its own line. You know what? Whatever. It's not super important. I'm sure there's a way to do it on one line, but I'm just not going to worry about it. Same thing with the LI. Or maybe it's just bad highlighting. Yeah, okay, just bad highlighting. Okay, so this will show the scores, and maybe we'll come up with a way to show it as like a table later, so it's actually like, you know, consistently spaced or something. And now we want to, you know, let's just put some values in here. 3, you know, 0.328, 5, 0.485, and then let's just see if it works. Comma. That's right. Uh, 44. 44. 4482. Oh yeah, comma. Hey, there we go. All right. It shows it. Okay. Maybe let's put a little space in there. Like the old, what, H3. AI estimates /H3. See if that comes up any better. Have to redo the whole thing. Score. Margin bottom. What, 1 EM? 2 EM? Let's do a 2 EM. Okay. guess it's ready. AI estimates. Yeah, all right, that looks good. Perfect. Now what we need to do is actually show them. Which is going to be in here. And after the game was played, after the move was played, we need to set the AI estimates. Okay, estimates equals, no, AI values equals estimates dot to dictionary m dot key and m dot pure Monte Carlo pure something. Pure Monte Carlo score. And then that should do it. Maybe? Build errors. Does not contain a definition for pure Monte Carlo score. Oh, it doesn't, does it? Oh, dot key and dot value. Close this. Yeah. Dot value. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Okay. And then we just want to format it. Which we'll handle up here as like .to string of pound dot pound. No. 0.000 0. Hey, all right. It really thinks those are the key spots, doesn't it? That's the craziest. That just doesn't make sense to me. All right, see, it thinks it's going to win like crazy. I should make it so that when you hover over it, it tells you what the number is, which is an easy fix. We just add a title to the div. Will that work? Maybe. Also, I want this to not print out anymore. I want to say that needs to move over to here. Actually, okay, I think we're done with this. And then what else? I think we're done with this. And in here, we're going to put a little span. Or how about an LI? No. Total sims. And this is going to be a front slash span. Let's just make it a div, I think, actually. And we want to put long total simulations equals 0. AI simulations. And then we want to set AI simulations total simulations. Okay. All right, there was 1,000 simulations. 1,100 simulations. I should probably make it check more often. It is quite expensive to check that clock. It is quite expensive. Let's just do it by 10 and see what we end up with. Okay. Yeah, 930, 1,000, 1,030. That's cool. I like this, and you can see it getting better as it goes. Oh, that's interesting. Oops. Yikes. Okay. Okay. All right, it beats me regularly without doing too many simulations, which is also pretty cool. Did I make it? Yeah, all right, it does show you 11, 20, 29, 43, 34, 35. Okay. All right, so it is showing that. It's giving me some estimates. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Maybe a little note in the little pop-up that says refresh to start again. Small refresh the page to play again. Small. And let's just get there as quick. Gotta kill it. And check that that works. It thinks it's going to win with a very high probability. I believe it. Oh. Edit. Yep. Nope. Inspect. Display. Block. Oh. Lame. That means I determined the size of this. There we go. We can just remove that, and then we can say something like font size is what, 0.5, 0. Whoa. Okay, what's with the padding? Is it margin? Line height? Oh, there we go. Okay, and then let's put some margin. Oops. Let's put some padding on it. What? 1 EM. Okay, sure. And then let's push the whole thing down. Top. 400. Okay. Roughly? Okay. That was the score. The winner. We did not need a height on. We wanted the top at 400. I'm going to move this over to 5. And then we had winner small. And we had this. Nope, we have to kill it, redo it. Try it one more time. Man, this light gray is like busting my eyes up. I'm wondering if there is a better way to do that and still achieve the same thing. Oh. Mistake. Oh, that was close. That was really close. All right, this top didn't seem to work, but the rest of it did. Oh, it's because I put it as PX. Okay. All right. Refresh the page to play again. I'm going to change it to blue. winner, no. String winner equals, no, string winner name equals winner equals player ID dot player one red or blue. Okay. And then I want how did I do the coloring? I think it was data player. At winner. Dot toString. Okay. Hey, Ancient Coder, how are you? Good to see you. Happy Friday. What are you up to this weekend? Ugh. Put my chair back together here. Data player. I feel like I want to change these to gray. Nothing much. What are you working on? So like the last week or so, I wrote this Othello game. I started off. The project is not about Othello. The project was about learning how Monte Carlo tree search works. And in the course of this, I developed this this Othello game. And then I was like, okay, I need to make it so that you can actually play against this thing so we can sort of gauge how good it is. I'm not like an expert at this game or anything like that, but just to be able to look at it and see if it was, you know, obviously doing better than me. Also, making game playing bots that can like beat you is just like, it's kind of cool, frankly. But in this particular case, this game is complicated enough to be difficult, but this approach is like a really good approach. And so we were looking for a way to do it, and I started off and I was going to make it like, you know, something I could put in the Windows Store or on like, you know, like a phone, for instance, just to have it be something that I actually published and had out there in the world. And as I got into it, it was written in .NET Core, and like GUIs for .NET Core are like non-existent at the moment, or just not super simple. You have to use things, plugins, extensions, packages, whatever, frameworks, and I just didn't want to get into that, so I fired up a Blazor app. And I was like, I've never done Blazor before. Let's give it a shot. And it took like an hour to get this entire UI working, like to the point where you could actually play it, which was fun, like really fun. And then as soon as that was done, it was at the point where it was like, okay, well, this is actually kind of interesting because it's not that much code. First of all, like the amount of code for the entire UI is 128 lines with spaces. So I was just kind of blown away by that, to be honest with you. And I was like, all right, this is cool. We're gonna stick with this. We're gonna make this thing like a thing, and then see if we can like, ideally, this is the whole thing about Blazor, is it's supposed to be all WebAssembly and whatnot. And I am hoping that I can compile this to a static web page and put the whole thing on my website as something you can just play whenever you want to. And that's the goal. And then once we're done with that, write the blog post and see if people like it. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. The Monte Carlo tree stuff is cool. It's completely abstract. So like it doesn't actually know the rules of a game. It just gets a description of the rules of the game, and then it can learn how to play it automatically from that. There are 2 games implemented in the package. It's super simple to add a new one in, because it's just an abstraction with really just these 2 things are the only things that you have to answer. The rest of this stuff just makes it easier to write a bot that can actually play the thing. But yeah, these 2 things right here are the only things you need to do in order to implement the rules of a game. And then it turned out not to be a whole lot of pain to get the interface implemented as well. So put it all together. I'm actually kind of happy about this. But yeah. So right now specifically, I am just at the point of like tidying up the UI a little bit, making it so that it actually like spits out the scores as you're going to tell you what it thinks is happening, right? Oh, those were fake. Let me just redo this real fast. So I think I just got rid of those. Refresh. Yeah, all right. So there's nothing here at the beginning. And then as you play and it makes moves, see, it thinks it's already a little bit of ahead, and it thinks it has roughly about a 56% chance of winning. And as we play, you'll see, it thinks I made a bad move and it has a better chance of winning. And these numbers go up and down, right? Like the AI is not super great. It's not super, super fast. It's only doing about 1,000 game evaluations at the beginning. So at the beginning, the moves are kind of random. Which is great because you never end up playing the same game twice. And then secondly, the further you get into the game, the better it gets. So by the time about half of it's done, it's like if you are not already in a good spot, it is going to destroy you. Like it is going to come very close to maximizing its ability to beat you. All right, see, it thinks it's doing well again. That's 33. Hey, what's up, TBD? How are you? Again, it thinks it's doing well. Still thinks it's doing well. Now it really thinks it's doing well. So it thinks it has about a 71% chance of winning at this moment, which is awful for me. Oh. Whoops. That was not good. Oh, now it thinks it has an 80% chance of winning. Fun. Now I'm done. Yeah, you can see, like, once you get a little bit into the game, it just lays it down. Okay, it definitely is going to win. But just to get to the end of the game and show you, like, what happens here. Oh, this is awful. Alright, blue won the game. Perfect. And that's it. That's the whole thing. Refresh the page to play again. I've only beaten it one time, so it is possible to beat it. Boom. I feel like I'm doing pretty good this time. I'm not entirely sure, though. Oops. No! I should make... I should make it so you can go backwards. When you make a mistake. Crap all. Okay. Anyway, that's it. You see it gets stronger as it goes. You should make this the same algorithm that suggests a move for you. That is not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Let's do that. That shouldn't actually be that hard. Okay. So the way that we would do that is we would highlight it. Highlight, or I guess there's like a button you can press. Yeah, we could make it so that there's a button that you press, and when you press the button, it generates estimates. We'll put a help button. We're going to put a help button on the right-hand side. Button. Help me. Button. At on click equals handle help me. Void handle help me. And then we just do this. And instead of AI simulations and AI values, we're going to update help values, which will just be the same thing. Only this is going to be what, an int help values. Int. Okay, now on each one of these cells, we need a way to color it based on... We need a way to color it. we want it to be really good. We are no, that's not the right way to say it. We want it to be like background highlighted, I guess, based on the value that comes out. So what would we do for that? How can I create a I can just set directly the color. Let's just set directly the color, right? We're gonna go we're gonna do style. Ooh, this is awful. Ugh. Equals at get color get BG score I. Ew. And we want this to be background color colon. Oh, that's really gross. But we're gonna do it anyway. Get BG score of int. String. Oh wait, there's a much easier way to do this. We can just set the background color to always be blue. And then we can set the opacity. Okay, so in here, we're just going to have game. Oh, I already have cell. Background color blue. Background, no. I don't want to set the opacity. I want to set the transparency of the background color. So we're going to have RGBA of red, green, blue, transparency. RGBA. Okay, perfect. And then we'll just update that. I guess it is just, yep, okay, we don't actually need that. And then the way that we're going to do this is we're going to say if this value is in here, how do we do that? We have, where is my function? Where is my get BG score? Did I not make that? Int get BG score int I, and it's not an int, it's a string. Okay, for these estimates we need help values equals estimates dot to dictionary int m dot key and m of m dot value dot pure Monte Carlo score. And then this right here is yeah, int opacity equals help values dot contains key I, then it equals int of help values I times 255. Otherwise, it is just 0. Return $RGBA 255 opacity. Okay. Help values, and then you need to do state has changed. I think that's it. Let's see. Cannot convert type string to int. This is 128. 128. Oh. Convert dot to int 32. Maybe. Attribute on click on tag helper element button requires a value. Handle help me. We had to do one of these on click ones before, and I know it was a real pain in the ass. I'm just going to try it. Oh, it helps if you save. Okay. Help me. Nope. Okay. F12. Escape. Help me. We're going to make it print something out so that we know it's working. And this is just going to be attempting to help. Why is that all janky? It is calling the function. Let's see if it's changing the values. Okay, it's calling them all zeros. I guess we don't need it to be an int. Although I think that was the point. It was supposed to make it easier. Okay, help values. Plus help values dot first dot to string. See if we can debug this. Okay. Like, it's printing something out. 20 says a 35% chance of winning. Okay. So there are actually values in help values. Oh, wait. It's that. I think what it was doing is converting help values I, which is always between 0 and 1, to an integer, which would always convert to 0, and then multiplying times 255, which was reaching always 0. I think. That's super blue. Inspect. It's coming up with 117. Oh, wait, that last one needs to be not converted. Nope. I don't even want this. Okay. Oh, I need to clear that out. Okay, you can see a little bit of variation. I need to make that more exaggerated. Right, you can see that this one is clearly darker. These two are clearly darker, and these three are not. It's very difficult to tell the difference. So maybe what we ought to do is have some sort of like play with the scaling a little bit, or make them more neutral. Like this past one would have been a really good case where it's like this one could be blue and this one could be red, because this one is less than 50% and this one is greater than 50%. And these ones that are right at the middle are right around white, because or would be closer to white. I think maybe that's the way to go about it. I think that's the way to go about it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say, we're just going to say if not help values dot contains key of I, just return RGBA 0000. It doesn't really matter. Okay, in the case that they are, then the value is going to be this, and what we're going to do is we're going to say if opacity is greater than 0.5, if the opacity is greater than 0.5, we're red, so we're going to move in the red direction. And we're going to do opacity minus 0.5 divided by 0.5. So this is basically shifting it and then scaling it. So if this were 1, this would bring it down to -5 divided, or to 0.5, then divided by 0.5 to bring it back up to 1, because I would want 100% opacity if it were, if the value were 1. Score. Let's just put this as score. Estimate, estimate. And then in the other case, where we think it's going to lose, we will instead put it at going to blue. And we're going to say 1 minus, because as it gets closer to 0, if it is 0, then I want it to be 1. And the further away from 0 it is, I think we do it like this, 0.5 minus estimate. So if it's all the way at 0.5 already, it should be white, which means it should have an opacity of 0. So we're taking 0.5 minusing 0.5, dividing by, or for 0, dividing by 0.5, that would also be 0. If the estimate were we are going to lose, then we would take 0.5 minus 0, divide it by 0.5, and we would set the opacity to 1. Okay, I think this all makes sense. Let's see if we can make it work. Help me. Oh, look at that. These are very clearly the ones you want to choose now and not those. Huh. Cool. Oh, I still have to clear it out. Once you make a move as a human move, we want to say, actually, I think we want to do this all the time. AI values clear equal, I'm just going to say that clear. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's the randomness of it. So in this situation, all of the moves have exactly the same score in reality, and they should all. Well, I don't know what they should be. It didn't clear it. AI values equals new dictionary int double. There are build errors. Int double. Oh, help values. No wonder. Help me. Choose this one. Okay, now they're cleared out. Help me. Choose this one. Help me. Oh, now they're all good. No, they're all bad. Oh, I screwed that up. I should have not been clicking on the blue ones. I'm helping it win. I should have been clicking on the ones that were closest to white. That's not super clear. That's the only move. They're all awful. Okay, let's try this one more time. Only this time, let's do the opposite of what it says. Right, like this time I want to click on this one. I think that one's the closest to white, or maybe that one. Definitely that one. Definitely that one. They're all still coming out blue, which is not super cool. Like, it thinks that's the best. I feel like it's this one or this one. I'm going to go with this one. Very clearly this one. I feel like I've got a bad number in here. No, it just has a really, really low score. Okay, we're going to go with this one. Oh, there we go. There we go. See if you get help. It thinks that one or that one is the best. Now it's definitely this one. Now it's definitely this one. Then this one? I can't really tell. I do like that in this case, like this is clearly a losing move, and this one is like these other ones are clearly winning moves. It is very difficult to see these really light gray things now. I think I got to make them darker. And this is going to be on the before, I think. Let's go with, what, DDD? That's much better. You still get the highlight, but you can definitely see where the valid moves are now. I almost want to play here and just try to lose. But I'm not going to. Like, at this point, I feel like I could beat the game. Has to be here. Oh, no, you want to take the corner. Oh, that's dangerous. That's super dangerous. No, it still thinks these are good. The concern I have is if I play here and it plays here, which it can very well do, then it gets to keep these 3 spots. I kind of like this. It definitely thinks I've got this. Oh, look, it made a comeback, though. When I played that one down here, it went from thinking it had like a 12% chance of winning to now it has a 20% chance of winning. Oh, no, I lost. What? It thinks no matter which place I go, I am guaranteed to lose. Whoa. Crazy. This is bananas. Oh, man. Oh, that is a lose. That is just a straight loss. It's like not even a game here. It's just like, that's it. Wow. You know what? I have a bug. You notice it got this one somehow? It should not have been able to do that. There's a bug in here. This cell was not selected by blue. That was definitely my cell. Now I want to find the bug. Yeah, help me. Well, it's... I think I've already lost. Let's try it. Straight from the beginning. Super interesting. Maybe. Oh no, it's this one. That's got a red shade to it, right? Crazy. I'm gonna say it's that one. Oh, it doesn't like my spot. No, it doesn't. This is a good one, according to it. I wonder what kind of confidence it has. Like when it's spitting out this score, did it just like evaluate this one cell like 3 times? Like that's not really taken care of. It thinks this is good. Thinks this is not bad. Here. Here. Could you put the confidence in the title so when you hover over it, it'll show you? Yeah. Yeah, I think we can do that. How would we do that? I don't know how to. I don't know how to calculate a confidence score per se, but I could definitely put like the percentage of total simulations. Some of these it thinks are pretty good. It's staying 50-50 right now, for sure. I think if it's not this one, then I'd have zero idea about how to play this game. Like, completely zero. Or maybe it wants me to grab that one. Well, it does all of a sudden think I'm winning, so that's good. I guess we just keep doing this. Okay, what we're looking for right now is ones that change that should not have changed. Definitely thinks this one. Definitely thinks that one. Okay. Is it me again? Oh yeah, because it can't actually take any of mine. It doesn't really care which one I play. Okay. When I play here, it should take this one, and this one, and the rest should stay the same. So it should lose 3. I should gain 4. I should go to 50. It should go to 14. And that's not what happened. You see how it kept playing? What the hell was that? Oh. It's playing at 64. So, okay, this is stupid. Alright, this is an actual bug. No wonder the scores are coming up crappy. And why it's flopping at the very end. Alright, so move 64 is my like key move for you have decided to skip. But it appears that it is playing down here and taking everything along that path that it can grab. So for some reason it's not handling move 64 correctly, which is really silly. Why would it not be handling move 64 correctly? This is in the game rules, almost certainly. Okay. And it's right here. Skip location is 0, when what it should be is 64. Oh wait, nope, hold on. Okay, skip move location equals 0. Zero to 64, 1 shifted left, 0 skip move location. So in apply move, I am copying, and then I say if the location equals the skip move location, and really what I should be doing right here is returning immediately. Next state dot skips equals 0, then do the capturing. Location captures. I guess the other thing that I need to do is take a look at captures. The location I don't really know how this is working, but I feel like that will have taken care of it. By not attempting to apply any captures. Okay. I guess we'll know at the very end because it all happened right at the very end. And it was pretty blatant. Refresh. I don't actually even care about winning or losing here. It's just about going as fast as we can. Okay, I am clearly losing. Hoorah. Okay. Raid incoming. This time let's do the help me thing. Let's see if it actually... Alright, these estimates are a lot closer to 50 now, which actually makes me think that we fixed this issue. Okay, this is the winning spot. Help me. Alright, I am winning. Help me. There we go. Help me. There we go. Help me. Oh, there we go. I got the corner now, and once you get the corner, you're in good shape. Oh, yeah. Help. You just keep on winning. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the raid. What were you working on today? Fake answers only, please. The back-to-back raid, that's new. All right. Can I win this one by myself? Probably don't want to challenge it here. Oh, look, it does think I'm losing. If I just keep pressing it, it will keep updating these to different values. I think that one comes up a lot. Goodness me, what is going on with this raid thing? Welcome, everybody. I hope y'all were having a good day. Do please tell me what you were working on. And again, fake answers only, please. Oh, okay. Crazy. We have built a tool to help us play, to help us learn how to play Othello. And right now we're in the process of trying to solve a bug that happens at the very end of the game. TDD's a result T type to use to convert between backend services and web API responses. Nice. Testing a result T to use to convert between backend services and web API response types. Is that so you could have something like your URL would be like .csv and it automatically formats it to a CSV, or you could have like a .json and it automatically formats it to a JSON? Is that what you're talking about? In any case, it sounds kind of cool. Like same, oh, call some order service dot create order and it returns a result order. Ah, gotcha. I gotcha. So like a response wrapper. Cool. Yeah, I have no idea what you were working on, but that does bring up something in my head that reminds me of a really awful experience that I had with results from an API where the same API could return two different top level data structures depending on whether there was an error or not. And oh my lord, was that the most annoying thing ever. Nice. Yeah. Like a little indicator saying like success, you should expect this thing in here, or there was an error, this other thing's not going to be populated as you expect. Yes, super critical. You'd get a proper HTTP status code for error not found, etc. Nice. Cool. Well, for everybody who just dropped in, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. What we are working on is about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we started learning how Monte Carlo tree search works, and we built a tool that implements Monte Carlo tree search. Then what we said was, can we take this Monte Carlo tree search and make it generic so that it can play basically any game? And we came up with an abstraction for the rules of a game, which is actually quite simple. It's just two things. iGame. It expands successors from whatever your current state is. iGame is just a state of a game. You know, like the beginning of tic-tac-toe would be an empty board, for instance. That's an iGame. And you can say, give me all of the possible next states we could get to. And then for any one of them, you can check whether or not that state is terminal. All right, have a good one, man. Once we did this, we were able to implement more than one game. We have tic-tac-toe, and then we also have Othello. When we got done implementing Othello, we wrote up a command line implementation to play against it. But it was kind of cumbersome and hard to read, and I was like, all right, let's put a UI to it, and then we were going to release it into like an app store, either on the Apple App Store or the Windows App Store. And this was all written in .NET Core. So we tried to go and see whatever was available for .NET Core as far as GUIs are involved, and it's quite limited today. So we bailed on that. Tried a couple of different things, and then eventually I was like, you know what, let's just make it a website because we can get this done as quickly as possible and I can put it on the web. And as part of that, we grabbed Blazor, which we had never used on this stream before, which is awesome. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. And I lost my train of thought. And I'm stuck. I'm going to think of this. Okay. Trying to make a GUI. Ended up pulling out Blazor. Right. Blazor for the first time. And then it turned out to be really, really simple to get Blazor running. Blazor is like WebAssembly. The way that it's set up currently is it puts a really lightweight front end on your app. And then it sends everything back to the server and executes all of the stuff on the server, but it acts the same as if it were running fully in the browser WebAssembly. One of the goals after we get done cleaning up the UI and debugging whatever this last little issue is to figure out if it's possible to compile this to just a static web page that runs WebAssembly. And then just have a web page that has this entire game on it, and it's all written in C#. And that's it. So we just found a bug. We're trying to solve it. And the trick here is that it has a tool. You're playing against some AI, and then it has a tool so you can ask it to help you. and it colors the color based on how good it thinks you're going to do. This one's blue, so it thinks you're going to lose. This one's red, so it thinks you're going to win. So you basically just look around for the brightest red, and you choose the brightest red. And then you say, help me again if you want more help. This is an obviously losing spot. This appears to be a winning spot. Now they're all obviously losing. So it's not perfect. But yeah, that's sort of it. That's what we have come up with. And once I like grind through to the end of this, there's only two options. Once I grind through to the end of this, and we verify that the bug is fixed. Yikes. Can I even go? It's just going to run over me. Yeah, once we verify here that the bug is fixed, then we're going to write this into a blog post. Okay, blue won the game. And in this case, we know... do we know that? No, we don't actually know that. Alright, we have to do this one more time. The bug occurs because it thinks that the last place you play is down here. And if it's possible to take any of these cells, it will attempt to take these cells. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, Fishing Dev and Code Stencil, for the follow. I really appreciate that. And having played through this a few times, I'm just going to grind through it as quickly as I can. Bloop, bloop, bloop. See, I am very clearly, it thinks it's going to win quite a lot. It thinks it's going to win about 80% of the time here. And all of this is on my GitHub as well. You can use Bang GitHub if you're interested in playing around with any of this. Okay. Well, I have gotten myself into a very sour spot. I need to keep... it definitely won. It definitely won. I need to keep one of these cells. I need to keep this cell. This is the one right here that will let me know whether or not. Okay. And in this case, nope. Damn it. I'm just going to use the help me function the whole time. Really what I should do is set up a test case for this. But I just want to get through it. How hard would it be to set up a test case for this? Probably not that hard. Probably not that hard. This is fun testing. I think that's the one. And I lost. Well, nope. We're just going to build up to the top first, as much as possible. Because the issue happens down here. Goodness me. It is good. Okay, now I'm making progress. Maybe. Okay. On this last one, Code and Gorilla. Today, Othello. Tomorrow. Oh. I guess you can just set up the board any way you want to. Do you want to play a game? What was that movie called? It was called Global Thermonuclear War. War Games. Why could I not remember that?
I thought it was an amazing feeling.
How do we do this, just the two of us?
It hasn't learned. Is there any way to make it play itself?
Yes, number of players 0.
This is really bad. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, no, I do know what happens though, right? The only good move is not to play.
Learn, goddammit.
Must be caught in the loop, storing more and more power from the rest of the system.
9 numbers. 10, it's got the code, it's going to launch.
Get me a launch status report. Major Dave, get me the president.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Colonel?
Sir, all landlines out of the mountain are dead. I'm trying to break through on satellites.
Okay.
I love how the computer has already exploded,
It's learning.
and then it's still doing this. God, how many people with epilepsy had seizures in this movie?
Greetings, Professor Falcon.
Hello. Joshua?
Strange game. The only winning move is not to play. How about a nice game of chess?
Damn, could y'all imagine? Could y'all imagine if reinforcement learning was actually that fast? How advanced this world would be today? Jeez. Okay, let's set up a test real fast. I think I actually have othello.test. So it shouldn't be that hard, right? Test captures. I want to say test end. And this should be really simple. The only thing we want to do is say Othello. Do I have access to this? Is player one pieces public? Okay, for this we're just going to set it equal to all ones. ulong.max value. And then we're going to say and not no, and not of 1 UL left shift 57. So what we're doing is we're setting them all to X in a sense, and then we're turning 57 off. And then we're going to have state.player2 pieces equals ulong.max, no, equals just 1 UL left shift 57. And now this is an O and the rest of them are all X's, and it's X's turn because this game ends when you skip twice. The skip move is good question. I think what I actually want to do now is say state dot expand successors, and I just want to check that the only thing that you can do is increase the skip without changing the pieces. Successors. Okay, if successors dot count dot length not equal 1, return or throw new exception should only be one successor. And then I say if state, okay, bar next equals successors 0, if next dot player 1 pieces make this an Othello. Dot player one pieces not equals state dot player one pieces, or next dot player two pieces not equal state dot player two pieces. Throw new exception. Pieces are not the same. Okay, if next dot skips not equal state dot skips plus one, throw new exception, skips should be 1. And then we're going to do this all again. Oh wait, I guess there is. If next dot is terminal out player ID dummy, then throw new exception, should have to skip more before terminal. Okay, now we do all of this again. We say state equals next, and then we just get rid of that, and get rid of that. Okay. If not is terminal, should be terminal. And let's give that a test. Don't actually care about no captures anymore. All right, so the idea here is when it was playing last time, it was playing down here at like where 64 would be on the next row, and it was capturing things along this diagonal. So I have set it up so that both players will now have a chance to play. It will think both of them are playing here, and it will return nothing for them. And then we'll know that it's solved. Maybe. How do we run these tests? It's in here, in program, and it's not reversey test, it's Othello test. Reversey and Othello are almost the same game. The difference is that Othello has 4 pieces that start on the board in a specific format, and in Reversey the board is empty and you can play anywhere. Reversey is much more like a small go. The rules become the same after the 3rd move. And I think that's it. Let's give it a shot. We don't want to do blazor. We want to do MCTS. And we don't want to play the game. We just want to run the test. And because it didn't throw any exceptions, I'm going to say it passed and everything's good to go. But just to verify that it should have thrown it, that it should have gotten crazy, we're just going to throw new exception. It was successful. Okay. It was successful. Perfect. Okay. And that's it for the actual game. Let's get this all checked in. It's about 2:30, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, and then I'm going to write my blog post about this weekend. I'm going to publish it on my blog. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. My blog is at cultureofdevelopment.com, which I think you can... Yeah, there it goes. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then you can like check out, I put my stream history on here, although I am way behind. If you want to see all of my previous streams, you can go to my YouTube channel, which has basically everything in there. All the way up to, yeah, last one, 90. And then on my GitHub, you can find all the stuff. Well, this is one GitHub. The other GitHub is... Culture of Development. Maybe. There it is. And you can find basically everything that we work on stream in here. Let's get this checked in. In the meantime, if anybody wants to find somebody to raid, let's go ahead and set that up as well. Let's say fix Othello. Put this one up there. This one up there. This one up there. Okay. Fix Othello end of game bug. And then extract. Okay, output estimates from Monte Carlo tree search. And then the rest of these are, whoops, add them all. Finishing touches on the web interface. Push. Perfect. And let's play one more time. Alright, so again, the goal here is that we have made a game and we want it to teach us how to play. So if you want to know where to go, you press help me. And what it does is it plays a bunch of random games for about a minute. And then it estimates which spot you are most likely to win if you play. And it sets it by... as it gets more blue, it thinks you're going to lose. As it gets more red, it thinks you're going to win. And so normally when you only see blue, you want to choose the thing that's closest to white. And in that case, we're going to go with that one. And then you can choose to have it help you on any given move. This clearly appears to be the best. These are all very obviously shaded blue, and this one is not. Wow, these like disappeared. Alright, it could use a little bit of work on like styling and whatnot. I think they're all pretty bad. I think this is the one that's slightly tinted red and these are slightly tinted blue now that I've been looking at it long enough. Should really make that more obvious. I should set a minimum for the color so like it can't get to white. It thinks this is a good move, it thinks this is a better move. So we're going to go with that one. And the other thing about this AI is you can actually press it more than once, right? So you can say like, help me. And then you can be like, whoa, I don't agree with that. Help me again. And you notice they change a little bit. That's because it's doing random games every time it tries to play. And then if you press it a number of times and you see the ones that highlight the most, I think this one and this one are probably the actual best moves. But we're going to go with this one. And now you definitely want to take the corner. That's what it's telling us. Take the corner. So this is an interesting one because this is the first one where it thinks if we play here, we're going to lose, but if we play here, we're going to win. And now it just thinks we're going to win. It has gone back and forth before, though, when playing it. It's not, like, super perfect. Like, if you do what it thinks is best every time, you will lose sometimes because it is actually playing itself when you're doing it that way. We're just going to keep taking whatever it thinks the best one is. I mean, at this point, it's very difficult to tell the difference. But you can see right now, it itself thinks it has about a 20% chance, a 29% chance of winning in the best case. I greatly suspect either one of these would lose. So we're going to avoid those. Yeah, definitely don't want to play that. And there we go. I don't know which one to choose. It can't take that one, so I think playing there is kind of silly. I can just take this. It thinks either one of these is losing. Interesting. It thinks this one is winning and this one is losing. Oh, because I win all of these. That's super, super interesting. Crazy. All right. And that's it. I should make it so that it colors it correctly. If red wins, why does it have this blue background? Yeah. Well, like I said, thanks everybody for coming. Let's find somebody to raid. We're going to go with... I'm going to go look somewhere else because that one's not working. Let's go with... Let's go with Clark. I haven't raided Clark in a while.
Again, I'm just thinking out loud, so just bear with me, chat.
Clark.
Think with me. Let me know your ideas if you're like, no, that sounds stupid, or that
All right.
makes sense.
Thank you, everybody, for coming today.
We're all
I
architects.
really, really appreciate it. I stream Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from noon until kind of whenever. And I normally work on basically things where I am learning something. So if that interests you, do please come back. I really appreciate it. And in the meantime, let's go see Clark IO. Have a good one.